These are a few of my favorite things. Run, write, riff. Merging fitness, personal creativity, and your ultimate passion. Key parts for a happy and a healthy life. Hit the subscribe button and then the bell notification to be a part of this community. Leave a comment on your fitness, your personal creativity, and on your passions. We want to hear from you. This is about living a full life. Body, mind, spirit. Run, write, riff. Tell your story, whether in words, pictures, or video. Stories are a natural way for us to communicate. It's how events have been passed along throughout history. In that vein, define your purpose. Then structure your message by setting it up as a tale. Deliver details in the natural flow, kind of like the way a river moves among smooth stones. And like that river will flow toward the sea, your story should also flow toward its climax. Kinda cheesy, but not completely inaccurate. Carry your story forward through events, actions, and emotions.
What was his medulla oblongata?
Then you will be communicating in a way that resonates because it's part of who we are. It's how we connect with an audience. At least that's how it used to be. So let's address that with a broad stroke for now. There's a lot of commentary covering multiple theories on how the powers that be in the entertainment industry have strayed from this path, how they seem to have forgotten how to tell a story. My guess is there's a lot more to it. Of course, we'll explore everything under the right umbrella for this channel. Should be engaging at the very least. Learning to tell a story. That's how I've spent my career, or at least a lot of my career. With a business degree, I set out to build my world all those years ago. I worked as a graphics professional for a software developer on the forefront of what was then called desktop publishing, the impetus to content creation as we know it today. Then, as the first ever Mac-based creative for the nation's number 25 advertising agency, I helped spearhead the transition away from markers, pencils, and X-Acto blades toward technology, impacting the world's largest salty snack company, as well as the number 2 soft drink producer. At 29, with my first child coming in less than 2 weeks, I left that job to forge my own path. Are you out of your mind? Somewhere in there, I did manage to start a couple of boutique graphic design and advertising agencies. Worked for a couple of the bigger agencies, eventually as a creative director, and even leveraged my actual college degree as director of marketing in the cybersecurity industry, eventually becoming VP of marketing for that company. Designed a few cool logos, wrote some memorable taglines, a bunch of video scripts, so many projects over so many years. Honestly, a lot of it is a blur. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Now, several years later, that basic plan has not changed. I've constructed countless tales, some meant to sway, others to inspire. Which leads me to my great story, 2323 AD. At least I hope that it will be. This tale is told through dynamic characters. What follows will change them and all that they know, while revealing how they came to be. To tell this tale completely, I had to first build a new world. Each character occupying this world has their own strengths, virtues, as well as challenges. These characteristics unfold as the story moves forward. Flows, as I said before, river, smooth stones, same planet, different world. Years after a massive war dramatically altered science, mankind struggles to survive in a world where everything is hostile, including the planet itself. Is aggression truly the only way for them to survive in such a dangerous place? That is the obsession for Aaron, the protagonist, returning to all that was once good. But is that based on history or legend? Or is it all a myth? Something is missing for these characters in terms of their place in the tale. But what exactly? The answer? Well, that's the purpose for the story. The journey that follows is not merely to answer this question. It's for each of the characters to also discover what is lacking within, to reclaim what they've lost. Stay with me and we'll outline much more about it in a coming video, probably 2 or 3 coming videos. 2323 AD. Let's talk genre. SFF, science fiction fantasy. As this story edges into that arena, what does it mean? Or the more appropriate question, why? I love that word, despite the undertones of a petulant child who's not getting his or her way. The foundation for this particular question, why, is everything. Telling another person what you are doing is stale. It's flat. It's bad storytelling. An engaged person can figure that out for themselves, or merely form an opinion, right or wrong. Why is the real question, and it's also the real answer. It leads somewhere. Why is the purpose, the growth, the journey, the revelation, and it carries you to the next phase at the same time. Why is everything? That's what we're going to explore as I pull back the veil on 2323 AD. Make sure you're here with us for that, as it's going to be awesome. That's my promise to you. Now let's talk inspiration, a word rich with texture, and it's one you'll hear me say often on this channel. As a teaser of sorts, there is a why associated here as well. 3 words. I've conveyed these 3 words to my own kids, and I've done my best to mentor those I coach in track and field by asking this why. Why not you? Dream big. If you want to accomplish something, then dream big. But know this, as you step up to that starting line, in whatever race you're running, whether it's to sing on a big stage or to open a new kind of store in your small town, you're going to experience doubt. It's human. I'm not feeling right today. My legs are tired. Maybe I won't win this race. Yada yada, excuse. Every person that's ever tried to do something great, to accomplish something significant, has just this inner conversation. But ask yourself at the same time, why not me? And I'm asking you now, why not you? I'm asking myself the same question. I have a new story to tell. I believe it's unique. I believe it's strong. Someone has to introduce the next tale that's not a remake, it's not a reboot, it's not an extension of a tired franchise. Why not me? Next up on this channel, we'll shift a bit to my music history, in many ways my earliest passion. It's a sordid tale of how I went from an all-SEC athlete to playing guitar in college pubs and at fraternity parties, all in the span of a single year. Playing music continued after a move to Texas, and somehow one of my kids ended up being a bona fide pro. Come experience it as I begin to connect that creative process to the one we spoke of here, my opus 2323 AD and the soundtrack. That covers the riff category. Here's a snapshot of coming videos in the run and write categories. When we talk about the run side again, we'll address the areas that may help some of you, specifically training philosophy. That will include details on the strategy of getting fit, the planning process. We'll address some specific workouts, the how and why on these particular sessions. The overarching plan that may be just what other older runners, what did you say? Sorry. Advanced age runners are looking for. Let's meet back here to start sharing. On the right side, I've promised to open the door into the fictional future of my own making, 2323 AD. Before we truly introduce this story, it would be beneficial to take a hard look at exactly what that means in the current year, 2020. There's no shortage of opinions on this subject, the global entertainment arena. A lot is currently shared across the internet. Let's weigh in, discuss the recent track record that may support or perhaps challenge some of those opinions. Probably a good idea if we're going to join up. As I've said here, we've got a lot of material to cover in the weeks and months ahead. So let's have some fun. Once again, be sure to hit subscribe and then the bell notification. That will keep you up to date on all the videos that we have coming. Be sure to give us a like on this video, as it will really help us to build this channel. Come along on this journey with us. And as always, thanks for watching. A happy and a healthy life. That's what we're about at Run, Write, Riff. These are my personal passions. Be sure to leave a comment about your passions. Let's engage and share life.